Boston, a city attacked and left wounded and bleeding, is now a city on lockdown.
Move. Gotta get out of here.
They're telling everybody to get off the street.
After a vicious firefight with police in Watertown, one brother is dead. The other is on the run. There's a big concern because he's got explosives on him. If this guy comes out, that he may come out and he may go down in a blaze of glory.
There is a massive manhunt underway. We're asking people to shelter in place, to stay indoors.
The stolen SUV is found abandoned blocks from the shootout. Inside it, an important clue.
We knew we had hit him because there was blood in that vehicle. When we started the grid search, we found some blood behind the house, so we knew he was wounded.
But his bloody trail vanishes. Tactical teams set up a 20-block search radius. Terrified residents are holed up in their homes as police search block by block, house by house.
We had reason to believe that he was still in the area, but we never were 100% sure of that.
Hours pass with no leads. Where is he? Is he alive? Will he kill again?
We didn't know whether we were going to be able to apprehend them. We were going to continue looking until we found him.
At 6 o'clock Friday evening, the 12-hour-long lockdown is temporarily lifted. People cautiously leave their homes. Dave Henenberry goes into his backyard to secure a loose flap on the tarp covering his boat.
And I look in the boat over here on the floor, and I see blood.
Very quickly, that boat and that whole general area was surrounded by heavily armed police.
All right, you can hear those gunshots, and we're seeing a lot of activity.
You have hundreds of law enforcement officers who have zeroed in on a man they believe is the suspect. Police surrounding the boat briefly opened fire.
We were able to get the state police helicopter over that boat, and with the infrared, they were able to give such great information, like, okay, he's moving his left arm, his right leg just moved.
Yeah, movement in the boat. He just sat up. He's moving, flailing about.
At 8:30 p.m., Jahar is cornered during a tense standoff as hostage negotiators try coaxing him out.
He's coming out, he's coming out.
At 8:45 p.m., Jahar, bleeding and shaking, surrenders. A red laser from a sniper's rifle trained between his eyes.
We had every reason to believe that he was armed in that boat. What was he going to try to do?
With both hands raised, Jahar is finally taken down, ending one of the biggest manhunts in U.S. history. Gravely wounded by gunshots, Jahar is taken to a Boston hospital.
The suspect is in critical but stable condition. He's not in a condition to be interrogated at this point in time.
The motive behind the horrific bombings comes into focus when a bomb technician searching for explosives finds a crude note. Scrawled on the inside of the boat, now riddled with bullets and stained with blood, is Jahar's manifesto. The U.S. government is killing our innocent civilians. I can't stand to see such evil go unpunished. This is political. This is against Americans because of what they did in Iraq. It's against Americans because of what they did in Afghanistan. It has nothing to do with religion, it seems.
In his young mind, he probably thinks it has everything to do with the religion. So you have these really mixed up notions about what's going on in the different conflict zones around the world, combined with a really superficial knowledge of his own religious doctrine and dogma.
He writes, "We Muslims are one body. You hurt one, you hurt us all."
All you have to do is read the note that he left on the boat where he was captured, and it was pretty clear that wherever he got this information, he had internalized it to such a point he could lie in a boat badly wounded, and write a lengthy screed in which he regurgitated the ideas and the language and the rhetoric of jihadis all over the world.
Earlier today, the suspect only managing head nods and a single word as the federal charges were read to him in his hospital room.
Jahar Tsarnaev will be charged with 30 federal counts, including conspiring to use a weapon of mass destruction. 17 of the charges carry a possible death sentence. He will plead not guilty. Up next, survivors finally come face to face with Jahar Tsarnaev.